And we are live. Good morning, everybody. It's your favorite truck driver in the whole wide world, ex-truck driver in the whole wide world. It's Bitcoin Ben, live from snowy-ass Missouri. Good Lord. Woke up this morning. There was snow outside. On Sunday, I was out in my pool drinking little drinkies, sweating in my pool in Florida. I come up here, I have an undershirt on and a sweater, and it's snowing. What is up with Missouri? Now, I lived here most of my life, so I know exactly what's up with Missouri. My friends, we need to understand what's good. If you're not ready for one of my legendary rants, you're about to get schooled in one of my legendary rants. We all know the federal government is full-fledged after cryptos. We know that FTX was an inside job. We know that the head of the SEC, Gary Gensler, we know that his old boss at MIT, that guy's daughter ran the internal accounting for FTX. These are things we know. FTX was a created entity to collapse. We know this. This is not speculation. This is not, gee, I wonder. We have a federal government involved in corporate espionage against an industry. My friends, that is the definition of fascism. The government as it sits right now is a fascist entity. Whether you want to admit it or not, this government is completely corrupt. From the top to the bottom, corrupt. We have a government leading industry. That's fascism. The Great Reset is a global government fascism, which is communism. See, it is obvious to those of us in the industry and those of us not in the industry that this government does not respect freedom. This government is right? This government is coming after the whole crypto industry with Bloomberg right beside him, MSNBC right beside him, Fox News right beside him, because they know cryptos are the decentralized replacement for their ass. But see, I'm not worried. The reason I'm not worried is they can only control the illusion. Well, at 9 o'clock this evening, Eastern time, get ready for that illusion to start to crack. Get ready for the truth to start to come out. And I mean the ugly truth, the cliff high, ugly times, or whatever he calls it. This Wednesday's 3-hour show. And if you're watching this, you have got to join my Patreon and watch this 3-hour show I'm going to do on 1913. It's a full 3-hour history lesson on what was created, the events, who was killed, what countries were no longer recognized in the global structure, and why. We're going to talk about the Federal Reserve. We're going to talk about the Weimar Republic. We're going to talk about Russia. We're going to talk about the pandemic of 1917 that started in 1913. I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you that we are living in a carbon copy of 1913. I'm going to show you exactly how we went from the old mode of labor, which was indentured servitude, not slavery, indentured servitude, through the Civil War, through the Reconstruction phase of America, right through the new amendments to the Constitution in 1913, through all of this, because we are going through the exact same thing right now, where they transitioned from the old energy source, which was indentured servant, to the new petroleum economy, the oil economy. That was the great reset of the time. See, now we're just doing it at the next phase. Hence, why they wrote the book, The Road We Are Traveling. The road we are traveling was a short book that described where we're at right now. System X. That's what they called it. System X. They did not have a name for it, but it was basically global fascism. And I'm going to show you how it all links, just like Cliff High said, to 1913. We have people getting murdered. We have royalty getting assassinated. We have legislation being pushed through on Christmas Eve. All sound a little familiar? We have local election corruption. We have nationwide fires in San Francisco, Chicago, Florida, New York. And all of them happen to center around government documents, census documents, land ownership documents, local government debt documents, the bonds documents, all of the records prior to the Civil War were destroyed in a couple years, so that any proof of any true history was eliminated. See, on the Founders Group Worldwide channel, FGTV, that will be launching here soon on the Founders Group Worldwide, what do you think I'm going to talk about on my real history show? Why do you think Cliff High just put out a video on the destruction of history? Because, my friends, we have to re-educate the populace on the true history of America and humans. See, we have been lied to for so long, and I mean deep lies. My Catholic friends are going to be very troubled. A lot of my Presbyterian friends will be very, very disturbed. A lot of my Christian friends will be very, very disturbed. See, you guys know that I am an avid believer in God, but not the God that we've been sold. See, we have been sold a story of God. We have been sold a marketing campaign with God. That, my friends, is not God. God is bigger than a story. God is bigger than a book. Humans are bigger than a book. Humanity is bigger than a book. The human story is bigger than a book. The story of the earth is bigger than a book. But we have been lied to so much. See, this existence that we live in has been sold to us to remove the magic of our existence, to remove the epic and fundamental meaning of life. And what is life? What is the universe? What are we? Humans are a creature without a history. That's why we've argued with religion. We've argued with politics. We've argued because our true history was erased thousands of years ago. And the stories have been piled on top of each other. Think about it as a 100,000 years of playing telephone with the human story. Every few hundred years, they change the definition of a word. They change the Bible. They change the encyclopedia. They change the written history. They change or they implement history that's been tweaked for the agenda of the future. See, we have been led by several different groups over thousands of years where the history was written so the future could be controlled. That is who wrote our history. They weren't writing history to accurately record the events of the past. They rewrote history so that it would lead the reader of the history to the conclusion that the leaders of humanity of the time wanted. The Romans rewrote history so that the Romans could control the future. The Chinese government rewrote history so they could control the Chinese population for the great leaps to come. The history books are only the roadmaps that the elites and those in control have used to direct human labor over the next generation. The history books are the marketing campaign for the next 100 years. Believe that. Well, it's over. It's over. It's time to teach the truth about humans. It's time to teach the truth of the magic of who we are, what we're capable of, and what has been done to us in the name of the agenda of the elites. See, there's been a group around for a long time. It's a generational group of good, and there's been a generational group of bad. And they've been at war for thousands of years. This ain't just recent, folks. This is biblical. Over the next 5 to 10 years, and I mean it when I say 5 to 10 years, because it's going to take that long just to get people to understand fully how we were lied to. It's going to take a generation of re-education to inform the generation. See, you and I, we are not going to reap the benefits of our labor. Well, that's not exactly true, because we'll just be old as shit. Because we're entering into a time where men and women, humans, live for hundreds of years. And I do mean hundreds of years. Not because technology helps us live hundreds of years, because natural humans live hundreds of years. Only through the pollution of the environment of this earth and our consumption programming have we been whittled down to 40 years. See, in the 1800s, 1700s, 1600s, 1500s, 1400s, 1300s, 1200s, 1100s, thousands, those were the low points of human lifespan because of the corruption of the environment. See, the human body as it sits, and what you should eat and what you should not eat, has been manipulated. How much you should eat. Here's a hint, folks. Do you know that fat fat is basically chemically close to the same makeup as pus on a wound. We have been told for years that fat stores energy. Oh, well, that makes sense. Even if you're fat, guess what? If you don't eat for 21 days, you die. But wait, I thought I was fat. I thought I could live off all of this excess energy. No, fat people starve too. Because it's not, your fat cannot store the vital nutrients that your body needs. It doesn't store energy. All right? Think about that. Well, it stores energy. If fat stored energy, then wouldn't fat people have more energy? That's like putting extra batteries into a radio and then the radio not using the energy to run. All right. You know what we should eat? Meat, protein. That's it. Meat, protein. That's it. It's we have been lied to. All right. Yes, should cancer cannot exist in your body if you don't eat sugar. Did you know that? Do you want do, do you want to cure cancer? Stop eating sugar. Because then the cancer cells die because they need the sugar. Yes, we we live we live in a world, all right? Right. We live in a world that has been genetically modified for thousands of years. We have been manipulating genetics for thousands of years. We've just been doing it through breeding and pollination. See, in ancient Egypt, they genetically engineered the crops by introducing different soils and different molecules and soils. They just saw them as soils. And crossbreeding plants. You have to understand. All right, here's a great example. You know how many dog breeds there are? It's that. We've been breeding horses, dogs, cats, cows, everything in a certain way. All right? So that they grow up a certain way, or they have a certain attribute. Humans are at the top of the food chain, folks. Everything that everything eats winds up in us. From all of the little bacteria all the way up to a cow. So all of the pollution, all of the genetically modified or pesticide that everything else consumes winds up in us. Now, we have to, see, there needs kids. You hear Mexico? Mexico will no longer accept any genetically modified crops from America. They told us to pluck off. Have you heard? We've lost, I think it's 64,000 children to Corona and to long Corona, or whatever the hell bullshit name they've given it. We have to fight back. All right. The human immune system has been beat to hell with this latest jab. Beat to ever loving hell. See, humans adapt to their environment. But the adaptation has a time. You have to be exposed, and your body will adapt. It's why we got so many kids that if they trip across a peanut, they're toast. Because we have been taught that germs are bad. We have been taught to hyper clean our environment so that our children are not exposed to those icky little things. Those icky little things prepare the immunity of your child. It's why we got children that basically need to grow up in a damn bubble. Think about it like this. Do you know the dirtiest area in the world is the ocean, naturally? If you consider germs and microscopic little creatures, the ocean is a cesspool of little living organisms. But the human body and other creatures have adapted over time to their environment. See, as humans started traveling all over the globe. Oh, let's get a word from the sponsor real quick. I forgot about that. Where's my little pointer? Oh, there it is. Word from the sponsor, folks.
Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from CALIX Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from CALIX Solutions now to secure your crypto future. Learn more at calixsolutions.io.
All right. Now, don't forget, CALIX Solutions just launched the new Liberty laptop. Let me take a couple minutes here and explain it. This will just take a couple minutes. This laptop is created and loaded, and the education material comes with it on how to operate the laptop and how to eliminate yourself from the internet or a lot of areas of the internet that you don't want yourself, right? You get the laptop, you get the lifetime membership to the CALIX Solutions portal on our website for updates on crypto security and privacy security. you get software and subscription, the ability to either hire a company to help you or we give you the information yourself to eliminate and apply what's called right to be forgotten. This is critical that you guys understand that the way they're trapping you into this new great reset is by the tentacles they've attached to you over the years of your online existence. So leaving their new system is extremely hard unless you get the laptop that prepares you to live in a decentralized, owning your online sovereignty. You have to relearn and use software that is specifically made for online sovereignty. Yes, there is a such thing as online sovereignty. You just have to get it through your head that the old world is gone. You need to shake all of the digital anchors that are attached to you so you can't get away from their system. With the crypto laptop, we gave you a laptop to digitally and systematically move away from the financial system. Now we're giving you a laptop, a daily use laptop. This is going to be your daily user. This is what you're going to watch my show on. This is what you're going to go on YouTube. This is what you're going to go on Amazon. You can go on all of those platforms. But you have to have the technology, the knowledge, and the patience to do it so that you've got the education to do it where you control your online sovereignty. My friends, I hope you and I hope your friends and your family understand that unless you want to be a slave, you are going to have to perform actions. You're going to have to change your plucking mind because most of us have a slave mindset. We've been cradled all the way into the jail cell. They made our nice little cot. They gave us our nice little cells of debt. And they even left a nice little mint on the pillow. Here you go. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. Oh, you'll be so happy. You want to be free? Yeah, you got to get off your fat ass and chase freedom because they've sure enough taken it away from us? Do you want to sit here and go, well, I don't think I need one of these Liberty laptops. I don't think I need to learn how to redo shit for the new future. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, folks. You're going to be a slave. And you're not even going to freaking realize it. You're going to be a slave and you're not going to own anything and you're going to think you're happy. Look how happy I am. Oh, I better not say that too loud around Alexa. How many people, be honest, you sons of bitches, how many people have not said something in your own house because you got a freaking Alexa? Or your phone was sitting a little bit too close? Question. Does this mean we need a Liberty laptop and a crypto laptop? Yes. For now, yes. But later, we're going to have the technology where we can blend them both into one. Right now, we can't because the crypto coding technology is not capable to operate on the Liberty laptop. Liberty laptop will not allow the software for blockchain and how blockchain's written right now to interact. The Liberty laptop is there to block information from getting out and getting in. The Liberty laptop still needs that little bit of software adjustments in wallets and master nodes and blockchain. So yes, unfortunately, it's all right. Think of it like this. The crypto laptop is the equivalent of the old flip phone. The Liberty laptop is the equivalent of the old PCs. In about 2 years, according to my calculations, we will be able to combine both of them into one laptop that you can use for everything. It's this. In 2 years, you'll have a Liberty laptop with the technology available to securely hold cryptos and interact on the backside freely while not threatening the crypto information on the front side. Let's see. Hey Ben, you're beating on people who went into crypto to get away from the system. The system caught on and is trying to bring it all down. Oh, I agree. And I'm not yelling at you guys. Don't personalize this. This is me ranting. That's why I gave the warning at the beginning. Warning, rant coming. All right. My friends, we have to shift. We have to shift away from the old system. And the only way we're going to be able to do it is to create technology that breaks the ties, breaks the chains, the digital chains of slavery that we have been being put into for the last 25 years. Did anyone ever wonder, or has anyone ever thought, gee, if the internet brought so much freedom to the world, why did they let it out? Why did they open Pandora's box and introduce the internet to the people? Did you know Google only searches about 10% of the internet? See, my friends, what you think the internet is the illusion of the internet that you have been allowed to see. The internet is so much larger than what you can even imagine. There's a whole nother world out there that you're not invited to. You have to stay on the safe internet. You have to use certain browsers. You know what a browser is? Think of it as a ship sailing across the internet, but you ain't the captain. You think you are. You get handed a menu. Think of the internet as Walt Disney World. Think of Google as Walt Disney. And as you open your Google browser or your Edge browser, you're entering into Disney World. Oh, look at all of the beautiful castles. Oh my God, it's amazing. But everything's ran by Disney. The illusion's beautiful. The internet is gorgeous. Look at all the princes and princesses. The real freedom is not Disney World. The real world is not Disney World. And the internet is not the search results that Google gives you, that even DuckDuckGo gives you. Brave browser allows you to go into the deep web, or as I like to call it, the dark web, or the shadow web, or the back alley web, where they do digital abortions. Oh, it's horrible. My friends, the reason that CALIX Solutions is offering a Liberty laptop is the same damn reason you use Brave browser. But you're using Brave browser on a laptop that has been built to, no matter what browser you use, collect information. Ever heard of a digital packet? The Liberty laptop is made and produced. Me and Patrick and our team produce it for you guys so that when you get it, you open it up, you figure out that you can go out there and you can get your information off all these email lists, all these Walmart lists, all of this. You can eliminate yourself. And then you can start over with a new process using the Brave browser. And Patrick and I are going to launch a whole nother service for educating people on how to access the true internet. And that, my friends, is where we are going to reside, on the real internet. You think I created CALIX Solutions just so I could put out a cool little laptop? No, we've got to have different technology to live in a different world. All right, I gotta go. Breathe, Ben, breathe. All right, go to www.calixsolutions.io. Get a Liberty laptop. Get one now, because if you don't think all hell's about to break loose, then you have no clue what's coming. Or you can call Patrick, 702-845-8276. In fact, hell with it, next 2 hours, I'm answering the damn phone. Love you guys. Bye.